Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our English learning channel. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that many of you, especially beginner learners, find challenging: how to increase your vocabulary effectively. Have you ever felt like you're in a constant battle with your memory, trying to learn new words only to forget them the next day? You spend hours with flashcards and lists, but the progress feels slow. Don't worry, you are not alone. The good news is, learning new words doesn't have to be a boring and passive chore. It can be an active, fun, and highly rewarding process. In this video, I'm going to share some powerful, game-changing tips that will help you stop memorizing and start truly absorbing English words. We'll explore how to capture new words, how to make learning fun, and how to use clever memory techniques to make words stick for good. If you're ready to make your vocabulary grow exponentially, let's get started. Part 1. The active approach to learning through reading and listening. First things first, you have to actively expose yourself to the language. This isn't just about passive listening. It's about being an active participant in your own learning journey. One of the best ways to do this is through reading and listening. 1. Choose the right level of material. It's crucial to find reading material that is at the just right level for you. If the material is too easy, you won't learn many new words. If it's too difficult, you'll feel overwhelmed and won't be able to understand the context, which is essential for learning. Try to find books, articles, or short stories where you only need to look up a maximum of 1 word per sentence. This sweet spot allows you to understand the overall meaning while still encountering new vocabulary. Graded readers, simplified news articles, or short stories written for English learners are perfect for this. 2. Make learning a two-way street. The notebook in hand technique. When you discover new words, don't just look them up and forget about them. Make it a habit to write them down along with their meaning and the context in which you found them. You can use a physical notebook, a digital note-taking app on your phone, or even flashcards. The key is to create a system that works for you, so you'll actually go back and study these words again. This also applies to watching television shows or videos. The speaker in one of the files mentioned that when they were in Germany, they would watch television with a notebook in hand. When they heard a word or phrase they didn't know, they would pause, write it down, and note the context. This active approach makes the learning process much more engaging and memorable. 3. Learn more than just a word, pronunciation and related words. When you look up a new word in the dictionary, don't just stop at the definition. Always learn the pronunciation. Many online dictionaries provide an audio file, so you can hear how a native speaker says the word and practice it out loud several times. Also, look for related words and other forms of the word. For example, if you learn the verb adjust, you may also find adjustable, adjective, and adjustment in the dictionary. You should also look for synonyms, words with a similar meaning, and antonyms, words with an opposite meaning. For instance, a synonym for blurry is fuzzy, and an antonym is clear. This helps build a mental network of vocabulary, making each new word easier to remember. Part 2. Transforming passive entertainment into active learning. Watching television, movies, and online videos is not just for relaxation. It can be a fantastic learning tool, but you can't just be a passive spectator. 1. Actively engage with your content, pause, and write. As we mentioned before, the notebook in hand technique is a game changer. If you hear a phrase you like or a word you don't know, immediately pause the video and write it down. The visual context of the scene will help you remember the word far more easily than just seeing it on a list. This method works great for learning phrases or common sequences of words that are frequently used in conversation. 2. Imitate and shadow for better pronunciation and fluency. When you rewatch the scene, pay close attention to the pronunciation and rhythm. Try to imitate the speaker out loud 5 or 6 times. This practice, known as shadowing, is a core technique for improving your speaking skills. By copying the speaker like an echo or a shadow, you'll learn how native speakers talk, which helps with pronunciation and rhythm. This is a powerful way to make new words and phrases feel natural on your tongue. 3. The power of visuals. Connect words to images. When you learn a new word through a video, the visual memory you have of that scene becomes a powerful mnemonic device. The image of a person sprinting helps you remember the word sprint. The context of a character saying, "I'm terribly sorry," helps you understand and remember the phrase, "I'm terribly sorry." This multisensory approach is why learning from videos is so effective. It turns abstract words into concrete, memorable experiences. Part 3. Making words stick with high-efficiency memory techniques. Now that you've collected a bunch of new words, how do you make sure they stay in your memory? You can't just look them up once and expect to remember them. You need to actively work on memorization. Aim to solidly memorize 3 to 5 new words a day. Here are 3 powerful memory techniques to help you do just that. 1. Visualization and mini-stories. Visualization is a common memory device that you've probably used before. When you learn a new word, create a picture or a mini-story in your mind that makes sense to you. The more vivid and personal the image, the better. For instance, if you're learning the word deceive, which means to mislead or trick someone, you could imagine a friend wearing a silly disguise, trying to deceive you. Or if you're learning the word increase, imagine a growing line graph shooting up on a chart. This personal connection will help you remember the word's meaning much more easily. 2. Grouping and repetition. Repetition is extremely important for solidifying new vocabulary. Don't just repeat words randomly. Practice them out loud in groups, then regroup them differently, and practice again. You can organize words by their meaning, grouping words with similar meanings together by the vowel sound in the stressed syllable. For example, furniture, unearth, jewelry. Or by stress patterns. For example, 3-syllable words with stress on the first syllable, like typical, period, numerous. You can even group them by how well you know them, putting words you know really well in one group and words you need a lot of help with in another. This creative grouping makes the repetition process more engaging and effective. 3. The song and melody technique. This is a fun and creative method that a friend of the speaker in one of the provided files used. You can try turning your new words into a short, simple song at the end of the day. This could be a simple melody with gestures or movements that help you remember the words and their definitions. Adding music and a melody to your words really helps your brain hold on to the information. It doesn't matter if you're a good singer or not. The act of turning the words into a song will create a strong memory link. After singing the new song 10 or 12 times, you can sing the song from the day before to keep those words fresh in your mind. Conclusion: consistency is the key to vocabulary growth. So, let's quickly recap what we've learned today. The best way to increase your vocabulary is to absorb as much of the language as you can through reading and watching videos, and then to actively work on memorizing those words. Use a system that works for you, whether it's a notebook or flashcards, and get creative with your memorization techniques. Consistency is key. Remember, as one of the other hosts said, a little every day is better than a lot once a month. Even 10 to 15 minutes a day of consistent practice can help you grow. Track your progress with a simple calendar or checklist. Set a timer for a short session. And most importantly, make practice easy and fun by choosing topics you genuinely enjoy, whether it's cooking, travel, or music. Remember, building a strong vocabulary is like planting a tree. You water it each day, and while you may not see big changes at first, one day you'll look up and see how much it has grown. You've got this. Keep practicing, keep believing in yourself, and your English will thank you for it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy learning!